and welcome again to Clearview Live this week, as we are indeed clearing the view on a very important and sensitive issue which has the potential of causing a lot of trouble if not properly handled. Christian religious knowledge has been removed from Nigeria's education curriculum. This news has been spreading like wildfire, and that's the reason we want to clear the view on it. Has CRK been removed? If yes, why? If no, what fueled the wrong information? If there is a new curriculum, how does it look like? What are the similarities and dissimilarities with past curricula? These and more are the questions to be attended to as we clear the view today. I am Odion Bello, and joining me for this assignment are Muazu Mogaji, an engineer, a development advocate. Engineer Mogaji, you're welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me.
And of course, I have Mr. Charles Mekwe. Mr. Charles Mekwe is a National Council member of NAPSON, that's National Association of Private School Owners of Nigeria. Uncle Charles, you're welcome.
It's my pleasure.
Good. Now, we have been promoting this program, and I've asked viewers to send in their contributions to our email address, Twitter handle, or Facebook, from where we are streaming this program live. Hello and welcome to Clearview.
Subsequent prints of our curriculum would print Islamic studies separately from Christian religious studies.
The place of Christian religious studies in the Nigerian 9-year basic education curriculum is generating debate in certain quarters. Has the subject been removed, merged, or still intact? This is the high point of Clearview this Wednesday evening, live at 6 p.m. You can be part of the program through our email address, clearviewtv2017@gmail.com, Twitter handle @ClearviewTVLive, and the Facebook, www.facebook.com/ClearviewTVLive. Make it a date, Clearview, 6 p.m. this Wednesday. Well, we have some contributions even before the program started to our email, Twitter handle, and Facebook. And of course, we have a number which we are still going to bring to you, which is 0805-469-1820. Alex Okoronkwo, we don't know his relationship with this topic. That's talking about Alex, but he sent in this message that nobody has removed CRS or IRS from the curriculum. They've only merged the subjects. CRS or IRS, social studies, civic education, and security education are now one subject called religious and national values based on the new curriculum. Each of these subjects is taught differently, but the exam question paper is one. This arrangement is compulsory up to the end of the basic curriculum, GSS 3. From SS1 upwards, you register the subjects of your choice. A candidate must offer either French or Arabic, basic science, basic technology, PHE, I think that should be physical education, and computer science have also been merged as one subject called basic science and technology. A teacher from Ibadan, Oyo State, Jemila Ojo, the curriculum was revised. There were 15 subjects before. These subjects are now merged to 9. English language is now English studies. Mathematics is still mathematics. Business studies is now business studies plus entrepreneurship. Greek and home economics are merged as one subject known as pre-vocational studies. A student must offer one Nigerian language. A student must also offer one foreign language, Arabic or French. We then heard that for better information, you can go to NECO office and get a copy of the syllabus. This arrangement is for middle basic JSS 1 to 3. For upper basic SS 1 to 3, there are 4 compulsory subjects: English language, maths, civic education, and 1 trade subject. Could be carpentry, welding, marketing, etc. Religion is not part of the combination for science subjects. It is compulsory for students intending to read law. All right, we will soon go into the question and answer session. We will soon go into that. But not until we have brought you a reaction from the Executive Secretary, Nigerian Educational Research and Development Council, NRDC, Professor Ismail Jinadu.
It's a typo, honestly, but it's not meant at all to say that one is better than the other or one is superior to the other. No. The title of the compound subject is Religion and National Values. In it, you would see Christian religious knowledge and you would see Islamic religious knowledge. As I said, when you compare, you would see equal contents there. That's what is actually happening. People have not understood this. And we put the Islamic religious and the Christian, as I said, to reinforce, to complement the civic education that we are yearning for, as well as the security education that we are now confronted with insurgency. Not only we are not even going to rectify now, what we are intending, subsequent prints of our curriculum would print Islamic studies separately from Christian religious studies. That will solve the problem.
That was Professor Ismail Jinadu. On his desk, we have all these problems, and he's been finding solutions with his team. But then our education correspondent, Abulo Sebwahu, also came up with this press release just released from NERDC. I won't be able to read all because my guests, Charles Mekwe and Mazu Magaji, they are already battle ready to do justice to this topic. But then let me just take some paragraphs. The National Research and Development Council, NRDC, says, contrary to speculations, the Christian religious knowledge, CRK, is still taught in schools as a separate, distinct subject with accompanying teacher's guide. The NARDC says CRK is not a theme in civic education, and that civic education is a distinct subject on its own, which teaches the rudiments of good citizenship. In a statement signed by NARDC Executive Secretary Professor Ismail Jinadu, the council says there is no subject in the Nigerian school curriculum called Islamic Arabic Studies, nor anywhere in the world has been speculated. NARDC reiterates that the subject offerings civic education, social studies, Christian religious knowledge, Islamic studies, and security education under the Religion and National Values curriculum are distinct, as listed and taught separately on the timetable. It said in the design of the curriculum, no child should be coerced or compelled to learn or be taught in school any religious studies subject, but only one out of the two that restrictively relates to the belief system professed by the child and his or her parents. It also adds that teachers had been trained in the 6 geopolitical zones to be able to teach these distinct subjects, and they are well aware of the mode of teaching and the religion and national values curriculum as distinct subjects on the timetable. Just one more paragraph. The statement further said French is a compulsory subject from primary 4 as dictated by the National Policy on Education, Section 2, subsection 237P13. I think we are going a bit technical now. So let's just go into the nitty-gritty of the program. Well, you are watching us live on our Facebook, www.facebook.com/ClearviewTVLive. You want contributions, you want to send in your contributions, comments, or some questions you want our gentlemen here to answer. ClearviewTV2017@gmail.com. Twitter handle at ClearviewTVLive. Or our phone number 0805-469-1820. Let me give NAPSON gentleman here, National Association of Private School Owners, Charles Mekwe, is a National Council member. Now, what was the time of this basic education review? Because what we hear now that maybe the present regime came and quickly is trying to manipulate something here and there. can you clear the air for us? So that I know you are not an official of any IGC, but by virtue of your position in APSON, you are following all these things keenly.
Exactly. Well, as a matter of fact, I don't think the present administration has come into being before the review. The review was 2012, and the implementation was supposed to commence September 2014. And so you see it is during the previous administration that this review was made.
Precisely Jonathan time?
Yes, precisely Jonathan's time, yes.
Okay. I think that's going to clear the air. It's going to clear the view a lot. And you understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, when was implementation built to start, Engineer Magaji?
Just like Mr. Cha said, the implementation was built to have started by 2014.
Okay.
So, of course, with every policy, you will get a lot of tweaking, a lot of feedback from especially the implementers. I think this policy lingered on until today. Now we are getting the result of what obviously has been a policy strategy of the Education Ministry. It is important to know that this was actually a scheduled review, meaning every time the curriculum gets to a certain milestone, it is reviewed to reflect the reality of the society, the deficiency in educational content. So this was supposed to have been by 2012, and then you take 2 years to get feedback from the system, and then implement it by 2014, so after 2 years. Now, apparently, you may have known by 2014, the nation was very much engrossed in political situation. So introducing subjects like this will just heat up the polity. And I think in the wisdom of Education Ministry and policymakers, they postponed it until now. And even now, you could see it's midterm of this administration. But what is very important is this, that we need to understand that all the explanation given reflect the intent to structure the education curriculum in line with current realities of Nigeria today. It is important to know that no religious subject has been taken out. None has been made compulsory to any child. Yeah. There is this clustering strategy which was adopted in the current review. The clustering strategy is to look at what are common subjects that tend to teach a child common values or common knowledge. In this case, we are talking about Christian religious knowledge, Islamic studies, civic education, and such other subjects, such that you will understand basically that the child is being taught certain specific values. Yeah? So these values are basically encompassed in these clusters. Okay. So from primary school 4 to the end of junior school year, the child is basically encouraged to learn a set of subjects that teach ethics, values, and fear of God. Now, where this controversy comes is, what subject teaches a child to understand how to worship his God? It's either Christian religious knowledge or Islamic religious knowledge. Nowhere in the review that says you must learn all or you will not take any. If you are a Christian child and you come from a family that practices Christianity as a religion, then in these clusters, your exam will reflect you will only take the Christian religious subject, and then you will sit the exam. But it's a cluster exam. Like to say, when the paper is given, it will have civic education, and then if you're a Christian, you attend
cluster
Christian
exam.
subject, and if you're a Muslim, you only attend to Muslim subject. So I think it's very important. The other thing also is to reflect the education that is tilted towards skills. The same clustering strategy was adopted in the artisans aspect. Before now, we only teach skills in vocational or technical schools. But now, they have clustered subjects, those who are taking science subjects, those who are, so they say, and technology.
Yeah, science and technology.
Exactly. So this technology is a component of skills, either carpentry or building or electronics, something that gives you a sense of livelihood, even if you didn't have the opportunity to go all the way to tertiary institution.
Now, Charles Mwekwe, as definitely you are a teacher.
Of course.
Now, and a National Council member of Association of Private School Owners.
Yes.
Didn't you have problems with parents when this rumor first rented the air?
Of course, it was a big problem.
Yeah.
We are asking why should CRK be removed from the curriculum?
Christian parents will come to
Yes,
you.
Christian parents, we are complaining. And I told them, please, I've not gotten official clearance. I don't have evidence that it has actually been removed because it was mere rumor. And I tried to, calm them down that no well-meaning government will want to remove Christian religious knowledge from the curriculum because religion is a very sensitive matter, issue, subject that nobody will want to tamper with it. Because that's the only way you can get the child transformed, get the child accept the knowledge of the fact that he is created by God and must fear that God, and there are expectations from him, and that without that God, he cannot exist. And he imbibes spiritual and moral values that will help him be a good citizen wherever you find him in the society. So it's a very important subject that nobody will play with, or play religion with it, or play politics with it, and all that. But as a matter of fact, I want to make it clear that up to now as I speak, there's no clear evidence from anybody that I can hold to say, actually, this rumor is true. So there was nothing like that. It has not been removed. But I think what is creating the problem is this clustering. The only solution is to allow Christian religious knowledge to stand as a separate subject, not merging it with other subjects. Instead of religion and national value, why don't you allow religion to stand on its own? Islamic religious study to stand on its own as a subject, and allow Christian religious knowledge to stand on its own as a subject. Why do you want to merge it with social studies, merge it with security education and all this? This is what is creating the problem and the confusion.
It's too sensitive.
It's too sensitive. And when this thing started, publishers quickly went to print books, and each book contained all this. So you have a book that contains CRK, IRK, civic education, social studies, and security education. And the worst of it is these subjects, there's no university that is preparing students to take care, graduates to come out and take care of security education. Who is teaching security education? And these 5 subjects we've clustered in one now as a subject. Is it one teacher that is still teaching it? It's still there. It's the kind of policy we make in this country, and people approve it. It's a problem. So I will advocate, and I want to say, as a professional educator and as a major stakeholder in education in this country, the stand of National Association of Proprietors of Private Schools is that these 2 religious studies should stand on their own. And that will solve the problem.
And we just got something from our email. I don't want to tell you the part of the country that it's coming from. But this person is saying, that in my state, we like to take advantage of any business opportunity. Before you know it, I will publish Bible and Quran together and start selling. You can have an idea of the state from where that one has come from. Now, Engineer Magaji, don't you think this confusion can be politically motivated, hijacked?
Exploited.
Exploited, yes. Exploited.
There is a lot of exploitation. You see, I think I would like to agree with what Mr. Charles has said, that, look, in trying to do good, you must be sensitive to the possible reactions that will come out. Religion is such a very sensitive thing. There is no wisdom in trying to put civic education, security education, and ethics and values, and then you say you match them with Islamic religion and Christianity religion in one cluster. Even when you are explaining that the teachers are different, the subjects are different, the child will take different subjects, it doesn't make sense. Just make them different. Make them different and remove the confusion. So if you want to cluster subjects, cluster those that has to do with patriotism, civic education, security awareness, ethics and values. Those are common.
Yes.
Cluster those ones. But religion, you cannot attempt to merge religion because the totality of background and values and the way we see things are different. And people will misunderstand us anyway. And that also addresses the issue of the Arabic language.
Yes.
You remember that the confusion also sprang that, now Arabic is being made compulsory. I see some people writing Arabic Islamic education is now made compulsory.
Yes.
We need to understand here that Arabic is just a language, like French, like English. What the curriculum said, you will take one international language. It could be Chinese, it could be French, it could be Arabic. But we choose French Arabic, and English as international language. So the issue of, I totally agree, this separation need to be done and need to be quickly done and clarified to the Nigerian citizens to avoid this confusion. And then the issue of awareness. When you want to roll out policy, please sensitize the public, do some campaign, and get this type of feedback before you roll it out.
Well, that's a message for the Nigerian government, Federal Ministry of Education, and the agency under it, NERDC, the research center. Nigerians deserve to be properly briefed before this kind of project is pushed out. Well, we have just a few minutes to go. Let me digress, a useful digression for that matter. Some years back, I believe I wrote some junior literature textbooks, and I know what I passed through to have any of my books published. But these days, it's like there is no much of any rigorous competition or proper assessment before some books are pushed out. I'll tell you the story of two books. There is a book now recommended titled The Precious Child by Queen O. It glamorizes cases of rape, violence, girls' defilement, and sexuality. Not just that. There is another one, Tears of a Bride, by Oyekunle Oyedeji. I don't know if you've heard about it.
Yes.
Particularly on page 86, there is a line there. The line says, "The breasts of a woman taste better than the palm wine," in a literature textbook. What is going on with our ministries of education, most especially in the areas, the directorates, where they recommend textbooks? Let me give a napson.
Well, that is why we say there is supposed to be a set of emergency in our educational system. There is system collapse. The book you're talking about, somebody read it. Yes. Somebody approved it.
Would not be not even one person.
Yes.
It won't be somebody. There'll be many people that would have gone through.
Somebody recommended
it at the end of the day.
And then an exam body saw it, and they are setting questions from it for the children. This is system collapse. Nobody is interested in the moral value of what we read. What do we benefit? You just, this is the corruption we are talking about. We say the educational system has collapsed. Who collapsed the system and on whose head? When you talk about corruption, we are looking at people, maybe the politicians, the people that stole money and all that. But somebody will see a piece of write-up that does not have anything to offer to the Nigerian child. Maybe he's giving something or whatever, he just approve it and put it in the recommended textbooks. And then there it goes, creating problem. You can imagine. When I saw that, I said, what is this what is the intention of the writer? And those that approved it, what was in their mind? So when you see things like this, you know that the decadence is eating deep into the fabric of our mainstay, which is education. And so this, what is Educational Resource Center doing? quality assurance. What are they doing? Ministry of Education. Has there been any time in this country that we have not had a Minister of Education? Then why is the system collapsing and nobody can be held accountable, held responsible? The quality of what you offer today is nothing to write home about. And this is an example of it. If you look at describing a breast of this and that, describing rape, glamorizing all these, you know, that kind of a thing. When a child, the same thing is happening in the film industry or the movie industry. What we watch every day is man and woman naked and then having fun in the very open. And then we say we are training the children. As a Christian, the Bible says, train up a child the way he will grow, so that when he grow, he will not depart from it. What moral values are we imparting on these children? Why should NECO use this book? Why should ERC recommend this book? Did they not go through it? Did they not see it? Why would they not advise the writer? Please remove this, put this for the interest of the children that are going to read it. Because these are teenagers, these are young children. They want to practice, they want to test in an attempt to paint a picture of how somebody somersaulted at the end. They will not wait to get to the end.
All right.
They get it as part of their lifestyle.
Now, let's in 30 seconds, Engineer Magaji, let me get your departing shot.
Well, I'll just say that, honestly, these books must be found, must be reviewed, and if necessary, must be removed from our education curriculum. This
Do you know my problem now? Where are the bookshops? Where are you going to buy the book?
Well, the truth of the matter.
That's another topic for another day.
That's another topic. But what I would also like to say finally is this: look, we have, we started with what we call junk journalism. Now we're getting junk literature, and it is very important that we know that what we feed our kids today represent the diet they will grow up with and become leaders of tomorrow. If we are not serious about this, we are jeopardizing our future.
Thank you very much. If we don't quickly address this, we are jeopardizing our future. And one thing we've been able to take away from here is the clustering in the new curriculum. NERDC should quickly see to that. Well, I want to thank you, Charles Obekwe of the NAPSO, National Association of Private School Owners. Thank you very much for coming onto the program. Engineer Muazu Magaji, develop and advocate. Thank you very much for coming onto the program.
Thanks, my pleasure.
Next week, we hope you want to join us when we bring you yet another topic that we shall be clearing the view on. I am Odion Bello. Bye for now.